Hello, and thank you for joining me. I'm Abby Ray with NewsDesk. Today, we're going to be talking about the weather, the Coyote calendar, Black History Month, sports, and more. First up, this past week and upcoming week have been some of the coldest in Kansas in many years. It is supposed to continue to snow throughout the weekend and have wind chills of the -10s for the foreseeable future. NewsDesk caught up with Arizona native King Fanene to ask how he's handling the cold.
Man, it's really cold here. I'm not gonna lie, this is so much colder than what I'm used to. I'm used to like 75, 40 at the lowest around this time, not 7 degrees with a negative wind chill that makes it feel like it's -9.
Hopefully this weather won't continue for too much longer, but if it does, make sure you bundle up, Coyotes. Next, we're going to Coyote Calendar with Tyler Goodwind. Tyler?
Thanks, Abby. Welcome back to the Coyote Calendar. So many exciting events coming up this week, so let's get right into it. Monday, February 15th, Monday Night Alive will be hosted at 8:15 p.m. at University UMC. Tuesday, there will be a Mardi Gras celebration during lunch hours, where there will be serving Southern food favorites such as gumbo, oysters, and my personal favorite, beignets, right here in the caf. As well, Patsy Stockham will be reviewing resumes all day. So if you would like to meet with her, she will be available for drop-ins at Pioneer Hall 125, or students can request a virtual meeting. Wednesday the 17th, DeAndre Childress will be hosting talk in the Fitz Auditorium at 7 p.m. Thursday, FCA will be meeting at 8:30 p.m. and Friday the 19th, there will be a Nursing Center celebration during lunch hours at the CAF. As well, Black History Month events are in full effect, so head over to Maybe Arena at 8 p.m. to witness their first ever fashion show. Now, that's all I have for you this week, Coyotes. Stay warm, see you next week, and as always, roll Yotes.
Thank you, Tyler. Next up, as the Kansas Wesleyan campus celebrates Black History Month, diversity on campus has been a focus for many. Some find the lack of black teachers a challenge for students of color to fully relate to their professors. Dr. Alan Smith, recently hired to head up the diversity efforts at KW, tells NewsDesk he understands those concerns and that it's his job to help address them.
I just look forward to creating opportunities for others and making sure that others, when they come to campus, maybe they'll see more diversity down the road. But anyway, it has to start somewhere. So I'm really excited about Black History Month, and whatever we can contribute to the laying the foundation for others to come behind us is a part of our responsibility. So it's a good thing, but it's also a sad thing because there should be more.
Smith is working closely with administration to develop positive strategies for improving diversity and promoting equity on all levels of the university. One of the newest members of the PAC at Kansas Wesleyan, freshman Marvin Mitchell, shares with us his personal beliefs behind the importance of Black History Month and what it means to him.
History, change, and culture. Do I need to elaborate on that? Or history, because you learn from the past. Culture, because Black America affects all of America, and change because the world is constantly changing.
Sophomore Bill Jones is a football player majoring in sports management. He tells NewsDesk that it's his first time in his 3 years on campus that he's seeing Black History Month being actively celebrated.
And then we just had a Black History program the other day, and that's the first Black History program we've had since I've been at KW these 3 years. So yes, I feel like that it has brought awareness to KW in the KW area. It's starting to come up.
Keep your eyes open for posters and check your emails for upcoming events to celebrate the history of African American lives. Next up, we have our sports reporter with the Sports Report. Hunter Payne. Hunter?
Thanks, Abby. Let's see what happened last week. On Monday, JV men's basketball annihilated Bethany 94-72. The women's varsity game was canceled and the men's varsity team lost 64-67. The baseball developmental games were both canceled due to weather. JV volleyball beat Friends University 3-0. Women's varsity basketball beat Tabor College 50-45, and the men's team beat Tabor 60-53. Now let's get into what's going on this week. Our Overwatch esports team will be facing Hawking College at 6 p.m. On Friday, baseball has a doubleheader against Evangel College. Competitive dance has a virtual competition in the Oklahoma City Virtual Duels event on Friday. Volleyball will be facing both Tabor College and McPherson in a triangular match at McPherson. Baseball has another doubleheader versus Evangel University on Saturday. Both men and women's tennis face Hastings College at Genesis. Both JV and varsity, men and women's basketball face York College and Maybe Arena this Saturday. That's all I have for this week's sports. Tune in next week where I'll recap what's happened over the weekend and let you know what's coming up. As always, stay safe and roll Yotes. Back to you, Abby.
Thank you, Hunter. Speaking of sports, Arton Almery is a soccer player and a senior from Los Angeles, California, who previously came from Pasadena Community College, where he played soccer as well. He tells NewsDesk he's especially grateful for the opportunity to finish his soccer career on the field at KW.
To play soccer in my senior year at Kansas Wesleyan also means a lot to me, because I haven't played in the last 2 years, obviously being a redshirt for 1 year, and then I was injured for my junior year.
His previous injuries hadn't stopped him from making a successful return to the field with his fellow teammates. In fact, he was named the Men's Offensive Soccer Player of the Week in KW's drubbing of Bethany in October, and he scored his first hat trick, and the first hat trick for the Coyotes since 2018. Next up, we have a continuing segment from King Fanene. As he continues exploring diversity on the KW campus, he sits down with another of his fellow Polynesian students. This time, he talks to freshman Chardonnay Hunkin, a psychology major from Harker Heights, Texas.
What sport or extracurriculars are you involved in on campus?
I play softball, and then I'm a part of the choir here too.
Very good. How has the culture shock of Salina, Kansas affected you?
I think the biggest culture shock for me was how people take religion not that serious here. Back home, religion was a big thing, and so when I got here, like, it was really hard for me to, like, I don't know. Well, I don't really care if people are not religious, but like, it was surprising to see that not everybody was religious.
Mm-hmm. And not like, you know, every Sunday you see everybody in temple, you know what I mean? It's definitely a bit of a change religion-wise.
Yeah.
Do you feel like there's enough diversity on campus? And now I'm not talking about diversity in Salina, Kansas. I'm just talking about the campus in general, not the city.
Definitely not. I feel like, I don't know, there's just not a lot of diversity in the school. I mean, I think it could be better, but it is kind of hard to like have a school with a diverse population, you know. Especially
in the middle of America.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, last question. If you could bring one thing from our Polynesian culture to Salina, Kansas, what would it be?
One thing I would bring from the Polynesian culture is generosity, and how people are like very giving. Like here it's like you work for what you get, but like back home I'm so used to like having people around me that'll like give me stuff when I need it. I mean, I don't want anybody to give me what I don't deserve, but like when I need help, like, you know.
It's a community versus every man for himself out here.
Individualism,
I understand that perfectly. Well, thank you so much, Chardonnay, and I hope you have an amazing day.
Thank you too.
King will be back next week with another look at the amazing diversity our campus brings at KW and to the city of Salina. Part of celebrating student diversity is allowing students themselves the ability to talk about and share their culture. That's where the KWU Multicultural Student Alliance comes in. NewsDesk caught up with one member of the organization, Jaylyn Haynes from Moreno, California, and we asked him why he joined. We'll continue our focus on diversity.
I believe I joined the Multicultural Club just to kind of help bring awareness to, you know, Black culture in an overall way. It is the Multicultural Club, so not just Black culture, but any other culture that we continue to kind of shed light on. I think it's important that growing up, you get different experiences, different understandings, different point of views that, you know, that allow people to kind of see the world differently than what they're used to. So for me to be able to kind of help with that is very fulfilling. So
we'll continue our focus on diversity and equity issues throughout the semester here at NewsDesk. And in addition to our coverage of Black History Month, soon we'll also take a look at the events planned for Women's History Month coming up in March. That's all I have for you today. Thank you for joining me at NewsDesk. Have a wonderful week. I'm Abby Ray.